been going off for broke for my friends to like me, oh, but I know they see right through me cause they listen to my songs, yeah. But I don't care, no baby, I don't care.
Hello and welcome, Brisca V8 fans. You're here with us today on the first round of the V8 Shootout series for the Xbox One. You're joined tonight by myself, Twisty, and my co-commentator, Shaun136.
Hello. It's nice
Hello,
to be here
I was panicking for
tonight.
a second there, mate. I thought you disappeared.
No, I'm here. Sadly. You're probably wishing I had. No, I'm here.
No, not at all. Not at all. You're currently racing somewhere else at the moment, aren't you? But you are going to be in time for the actual start of the meeting.
Yeah, I'll be there in a minute.
Currently on the last practice session at the moment. We're on board with Jim as he spins someone out in the that's never a good idea in the practice, really, is it?
No. So slightly different format from tonight, isn't it? From usual.
Yeah, well, they start the shootout series, don't they?
Yeah, so that's gonna completely different tonight. Should make it a bit spicy.
Yeah. So how's it working, Shaun? Have you got your head round it yet?
Yeah, I think I have. So, out of each heat, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it 5? No, 6. 6 in each heat.
I think, yeah.
So there's 12 shootout drivers. So it was the top 12 out of the points going into the shootout. And if I'm correct, because I know it did change, I believe they're going to drop 2 drivers after each round.
After each round, yeah. So right. The 2 lowest in the points after today will no longer be a shootout drive. We'll still see them racing.
Yeah.
But they won't be racing for the shootout title.
Yeah.
So
it's all to play for tonight. Every round counts, and you're going to want some fairly decent finishes. Obviously, everyone else will be in their normal grades, and they'll be taking the points away from them drivers. So it's going to be interesting, and I think it's going to add another level to it, especially with drivers being knocked out every round. They're going to have to really have their A game on if they want to have a go at it.
Yeah, so the way they've done it is they've given Terry 24 points because he's currently leading the points, Jim Slatter 22 because he's second, all the way down to H-Man 375 on 2 points and 490 Craig Thompson on 4. So they're the 2 in danger at the start of this meeting of not making it through to the next round. So it's going to be interesting to see how they deal with that. Would you go all guns blazing, or are you going to just try and pick your way through the heats and see what you can pick up?
I think your best bet is try and just keep it steady and not be silly. I think that's your best bet, really. With this, not causing any rivals, but obviously we've just had the gold roof last week, and I suspect we'll see some payback from that. As some of the happened last week, you're probably going to see some payback. So it could be an interesting mix of racing and see what people do. But I do suspect that they will probably get quite stuck in, as we know they have done in the past.
Yeah, I think so. We're getting a shout out from the commentary booth from Calvin there. Hello, Calvin.
Hello, Calvin.
So we're just going to try and get some of the drivers in who should be in, and some of the drivers out who should be out. So in this first heat, from the shootout drivers, we've got 269 Jim Slatter, number 13 Ashley Crofts, 146 Grant Lever, number 1 Ollie Spencer, 492 Liam Rose, and 375 Harley Spencer. So a decent lineup for this first one, and then obviously we've got 4 non-shootout drivers as well to add to that collection.
Yeah, so there's a fairly good lineup of drivers there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move Luke Smith out because he is in Heat 2. And just message him so that he knows I've not kicked him for no reason. Okay, so he's messaged. So a couple of drivers missing. Well, literally a couple of drivers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so we're just missing Ollie Spencer at the moment, and we're also missing Harley, I believe.
Right. Okay.
So we've not sent Harley an invite yet.
So
We'll try
it will
Harley.
be top 5 out of each heat.
Harley
and there
is
will
in.
be a consolation, which will be top 4 out the consolation. So we may even see some of the drivers not even making it through to the final. Interesting, the all-comers after that, but it's still all to play for. With them starting towards the back of the grid, I suspect they're all going to be fighting for it.
Yeah, I think as a shootout driver, the bare minimum you've got to do each meeting is make the final.
Yeah.
But there's only 5 spots available in this first heat, and obviously the 4 non-shootout drivers are going to be in a good position to start with to try and take points off these shootout drivers. I think we're nearly ready if you're ready to jump across, Shaun.
Yeah, 1 second. Shouldn't be long.
We are still missing Ollie, but... Well, Ollie is 10 mins away from home.
Right, so we may miss. Is it possibility of swapping someone out of Heat 2? That's a... Just thinking he might make Heat 2 more than Heat 1, if anything. He's in the shootout, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
So, and also, I don't believe we haven't raced on Tri-Bend yet as well. So, obviously, you've seen the practice now. Tri-Bend's probably I would probably say the biggest track, but also probably one of the more unusual tracks they race. It is an oval, but an interesting circuit, and obviously going the reverse way around, which would be the proper way to them. This personally isn't my favourite way around, even though it would be the way I should go myself.
No, it's not one that often gets run, really, is it? This way around, but I think it works the same either way. To be honest with you, the key. Not that I'm an expert at driving fast around these tracks, but I think the key to driving fast around this particular track is getting the first corner correct. It's usually the last corner. It's a very steep bank on a very sharp hairpin. If you can carry a lot of speed around that,
a lot of it is about balancing the car as it goes in, because you can use it because you can use the banking to your advantage. Massively around this place. It's one of the beauties of it.
Yeah. Right, we're going to see if we can get Luke Smith back in for this one and swap him with Ollie, because they're roughly in the same sort of position points-wise. Ollie on 10 and Luke Smith on 12. And it'll allow both heats, hopefully, to have 10 in. And give the shootout point scorers a fair crack at this. We might hear a bit of thunder in the background. I guess if that thunder gets a bit closer and the stream goes down, then obviously I'll do my best to get it back up as soon as possible. But we can't obviously legislate for the weather. Okay, so I don't know whether the driver's coming in or not. We might just have to go as we are for Heat 1.
So I'm all here
Excellent
now.
stuff. Yeah. So hopefully we can get cracking on with Heat 1.
Yeah, me and Twisty are ready to mow the grass on this one. So,
we are, yeah. Plenty of places for us to hide our vehicles on this track.
Yeah, that's true. So quite a few road cutters in this one. Still a few speed bird as well. James Slatter opted in the Speedbird. He seemed to be fastest in practice. So we're probably expecting good things from him after his after unlucky meeting last week.
He certainly was the fastest of the few drivers that were racing in the practice, but obviously practice and race is two different things. I'm going to come and join you here.
By the looks like the track entrance.
Does a bit, doesn't it? Yeah.
So, as they get ready, you'll notice the track is huge, and you've got quite a sharp left-hander for the first corner, and then following that is fairly long back straight and two left-handers, but it's a bit of a weird shape because it goes into a left hand, then it sort of straightens up a bit, and then you've got another bank left. One of the things that they will need to look out for in this one is the red walls you see all decorated around as they just pull away.
They're off, they're away.
You will get sent flying.
Yeah, so we start the meeting on board with Jim. We're trying a different camera angle for today, with it being a bigger track. We've got somebody in the crowd already shouting for Ashley Crofts. Jim already up to 6th, starting at the back of the grid. That's a good start from Jim.
Yeah, very good. It's a good start from him, but his other shootout driver contenders, Grant Leather's been gone. That was Jim Slatter. Commentator's
curse of the commentator, yes.
Just
straight into the sandbags. On board with Ashley Cross as we speak. He's sat in the road cutter. Doesn't sound to have a lot of revs in that engine.
So, looking down at the moment, it's Whippy out in front with Tom Story in second place.
Yeah, we'll try and get to the front. Whippy out in front here, now on board.
And Ollie Holmes in third place. We know he's had good form recently. Marcus Brooks there in fourth place, and Ashley Croft in fifth place currently. So a lot of drivers towards the back of the grid in this one.
Yeah, he's already behind the shootout drivers. I'm just going to try and get that camera angle back. He's lapped 2 of them. Shadow Luke and Grant Leather. That's Luke Smith and Grant Leather not going well in this one. Highest shootout driver is currently Ashley Crofts in fourth place, which is a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah, it is really. I mean, with him being fourth, and then you've got Liam Rose in fifth. So you only have 2 shootout drivers coming out of this race. Tom Story clips a red barrier on the back straight. He's tail fishing everywhere. I think Grant Leather's currently a lap down as well. So,
he is, yeah. Marcus is about to be a lap down as well, courtesy of Whippy. Currently, lap-wise, Jim Slatter has got the fastest lap, but Whippy is only 0.1 of a second behind that, and he currently leads it by a long, long margin. We're going to jump back to Jumbo. Jim Slatter, who's battling with Liam Rose for 5th. Drivers fairly spread out around this track. It is one of those tracks where, he's just taken Liam Rose out. Liam Rose goes round. Jim Slatter up into 5th place now. We'll try and jump forward to the back of the 3rd and 4th.
Luke Smith goes through one of the red barriers on the back straight, and also Tom Story goes through one as well. Tom Story goes up nearly upside down, just on his nose there. Liam Rose just managed to avoid him.
I mean, apart from the obvious, Sean, just explain to the viewers why we don't want to be hitting them red barriers on the side.
They're a bit weird. They tend to, the game for some reason, they send you flying, and they're even worse. And Grant Leather's just gone on the back straight.
Yeah, he was just watching that as he was saying it.
Yeah, once you get destroyed, they just leave a little bit behind, and you clip that. They send you the worst when they've been destroyed.
Yeah, Grant Leather's had enough there already. He's gone.
He knows he wasn't going to get through. So, if people go through them a lot, and then you accident, the worst is because they just overhang on the track, and you just clip them with the rear wheel, and over you go. I've lost a few races due to that. You know, you come out the corner and go a bit wide, use the racing line, and dink, over you go. So
Yeah, I think what we're seeing here is some of the drivers have obviously been able to get up during the week and practice on this track, and I think some of them haven't.
Yeah.
And the ones that haven't are the ones that are just getting a little bit close to them red barriers and ending up upside down.
Yeah, definitely. So as we look at the result there, so it's Whippy 995 who takes the win in that one. Ollie Holmes coming home in second. Ashley Croft in third, who's the first shootout driver through. Jim Slatter in fourth, and Liam Rose in fifth place there. So you've got
we're
3 shootout drivers through.
Quickly head over to Heat 2 now. It should already be set up by Sleeman. Sleeman running Heat 2. Getting a bit of help from some of these V8 drivers. I think they're starting to get into this game a little bit now, which is great to see. So yeah, three shootout drivers through from that one.
So there's a few drivers there that weren't able to qualify, which is obviously Grant Leather being one of them there. As was your 3 shootout drivers win the consolation, so that they're it's already firing up to see who. It's not a good start for Grant Leather really in the shootout for him.
No, not at all. What I think Ashley Cross probably going to be the happiest there. He started the shootout in 4th place on 18 points. So that win's going to take him closer to Jim Slatter and ahead of the rest, obviously, before the rest are able to do their first race. So yeah, I think he'll be the happiest coming out of that one.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're in Heat 2 here. I think these lads are just having one last practice. So 8 of them turned up. Who are we missing? We've got our gold roof in. Ollie Spencer's still missing. He might not have got back yet. Gillen's in. Craig Thompson is in.
Terry?
Stocks in. Terry is in. I'll tell you who we are missing. We're missing Richard Smith. Getting a shout out from the crowd from Durable Bowl. Hello, Durable Bowl. Thanks for following us. We'll just send an invite to some of these drivers and see whether we can get them in.
Fantastic.
Oh, help if we type the correct tag in for them. I don't know whether this is going to be a track that Richard Smith will enjoy or not, but we'll try him anyway and see how he gets on with it.
He's normally always quite entertaining, so looking to see what he can add to tonight.
Ollie Spencer is online, so hopefully Ollie will be coming in. The other two weren't in, unfortunately.
In this one, your shootout drivers will be Terry Hawkins, Matt Barnard, Sean Bowman, Luke Smith, Gillian Bullock, and Craig Thompson. They are your 6 shootout drivers. The rest of the drivers will be starting from their normal grade.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're going to be a bit more lonely, the normal drivers, as Gillen's having a few internet problems there by the looks of it. Do you think as a normal driver in these shootout meetings, do you think it's an advantage starting in front, or do you feel that pressure of having the fast drivers coming through?
I think it can be an advantage. Definitely. I mean, what you're hoping for is you're hoping that they're going to get involved with each other too much and tangle. That's what you're hoping. Especially as the series goes on. Probably not so much in the first round, but as we go through the series, we may see it heats up a bit as it gets close towards the top of the points.
Yeah.
I think we definitely will see it start to heat up when we're probably down to like 6 drivers. We'll start seeing the big hits going in.
Yeah, definitely. I can well imagine. I mean, I suppose a bit tactical, really, isn't it, when you try and get rid of your closest competitors?
Yes, definitely.
So, Gillen's unfortunately left. I don't know. We'll send him an invite back. To say a massive thank you to Sleeman for running this second lobby tonight. It's hopefully going to make things a little bit quicker and help the drivers out in terms of jumping in lobbies.
Definitely.
So we'll put the shout out for Ollie's here, excellent, and we are definitely waiting for Gillen to come back. I think he's just had to reset everything.
Not a problem. So there's Ollie Spencer.
Do we expect the gold roof to make it to the front from the back in this one?
Possibly. I mean, apart from last week, I mean, we've not seen him in his dominant form, to be honest with you.
No,
really,
but
so
after he won that world final, he was on it the next 2 races, weren't he? He really had the bit between his teeth. So possibly a confidence driver, and you're not going to get much more confidence than winning the world final or the gold roof race. So I think we could see a resurgent driver today. I think we could see him go out there and show his form.
No, definitely. It should be an interesting one. One driver we always see good form from is Matt Barnard. He normally has good form. So obviously Craig Thompson can be a bit hit and miss.
Yeah, I think Craig Thompson has the potential to maybe be one of the underdogs for this, who could go on and win it, because he's been down in the points throughout the season, but as the season's got on, he's got better and better, and he seems to be keeping up with the faster drivers now. Matt Barnard's the same, really, although he is quite high up there in the points anyway. But certainly the last 2 meetings we've seen from Matt, he's definitely going a lot quicker. Just ready up for us, co-commentator.
Sorry, I do apologise.
That's okay.
So one thing we have noticed there, everyone's in the same car. It's an all Speedbird affair. So that could maybe level it out a bit in this one.
We are going to quickly jump on the free cam here and just show you off this fantastic paint job from Terry, who is wearing the number 1 at the back here. Look at that. Fantastic paint job. Very shiny, very gold, with the number 1 on. Great to see drivers wearing it. Yeah.
He's done well to get the roof gold, to be honest. How has he done that?
It's a nice gold he's picked out there, isn't it? We will jump on board with him to start, with him being at the back, and see how he makes his way through the pack to start with.
So it will be Slick and Sleeman that will start this off, and away they go. But Thomas Andrews gets a good start and gets his lead past Richard Sleeman as they come through. Ollie Spencer is the first shootout driver that gets taken round there on the first corner.
Yeah, there was a big push on that first corner.
Bowman's up to third already.
Scratch that, Shaun. He's all the way into the lead after one lap.
I've just seen him come through. But that's very impressive.
We're on board with Terry, who is up to 4th all the way from the back in 1 lap. So Sleeman isn't letting Sean Bowman have it all his own way, though. He's going back up the inside here on lap 2. The last thing you want as a shootout driver is a white top to be dicing with you.
Yeah, it is really. And Thomas Andrews not far behind. Here comes Terry Hawkins as well. Just trying to get up the inside of Thomas Andrews. Craig Thompson gets caught on the two of the red barriers, but seems to get away with it there. So Sleeman out in front, he managed to get away from Bowman. Bowman will be looking for a win here. This will be a good point haul if he can get this. So Gillian Bullock seems to be getting in the way on the back straight.
Terry through now into second place.
Bowman's managed to get through. Terry's getting caught up there with Richard Sleeman. Richard Sleeman goes end over end on the home straight. That's allowed Terry Hawkins into second, and also Thomas Andrew up to third. And Slicks managed to make his way through there. That was a slick manoeuvre there. But he's not so slick there as he gets took out by Thomas Andrews on the back straight. And,
Matt Barnard goes straight through the side of him. No messing. No,
definitely not.
There was a great bit of driving there from Terry, who was under pressure from Stockscart and Sleeman, and he just slowed down, let them off the track, and they both took themselves off and allowed Terry through into second. We jumped on board with Matt Barnard because looking at the front two, they looked like they were away and clear. We will just check the lap times, see what sort of times people are, and we are on board with the fastest man on track, Matt Barnard, doing a 20.9.
Yeah,
very messed up car.
Yeah, Bowman and Terry don't seem to be that. Terry's not far away, but Bowman he's lacking a bit of pace. But Ollie Spencer is keeping up with Terry Hawkins, which is a shame with him being down all the way down in 7th. So at the moment, it looks like he will be trying to make his way through the consolations.
It's looking that way, isn't it? Yeah. I think your top 5 are going to come from the top 6 because they're the only ones on the same lap at this point.
Yeah, definitely. We're on lap 9 now.
Yeah, we'll jump back on board with the fight for the last position through to the final. Bit of a risky strategy this for Matt. He could finish 6th here and go on and try and win the consolation. Would that get him a few extra points? Oh, he's just been taken out. Forget that. It looks like he might have to go through the consolation.
Yeah, that's a shame, that is, unless one of these mess up on the back straight here. So it looks fairly clean, and here comes Bowman down the home straight to take the win. Beat number 2 with Terry Hawkins coming home in 2nd place. And it's Craig Thompson looking to get up the inside of Thomas Andrews, but just wasn't enough. Thomas Andrews coming home in 3rd place there. Podium finish for him. Craig Thompson coming home in 4th. Richard Sleeman in 5th. Matt Barnard just missing out there in 6th place. It is a shame. So again, we've seen three shootout drivers through to the finals. So that'll be 6
shootouts through
for the final. So with only a top 4 through, there's going to be a few missing out.
So we'll just get that documented for the.
This definitely could make things interesting. So just finishing off the results there, it was Ollie Spencer down in 7th place and Gillian Bullock rounding up the last place driver there in 8th.
So we'll get a lobby set up for the consolation.
Fantastic. So as we just sort out the consolation now.
So shootout drivers that need to get through in the consolation. Bearing in mind there's only 4 spots. We have H-Man 375, Shadow Luke, Grant Lever, Ollie Spencer, Matt Barnard, and Gillan Bullock. So what's he thinking, Sean? Are we going to get 4 of them, or are we going to get a couple of them and a couple of non-shootout drivers?
We definitely could get a couple of non-shootout. I mean, they're going to have to put the work out there. I'd be surprised if it's 4 shootout drivers, definitely.
Yeah, they've got a long way to go from the back, and they like putting that bumper in, don't they?
Yeah, there's a few quick whites and yellows and that, so that we may see an upset.
Very possibly. Very possibly. I think as long as he doesn't get it taken out, I think Matt Barnard should be fine. He certainly had the pace in that race. He just didn't seem to have the look. But some of the other drivers were a good lap down, weren't they? So they're going to have to...
Yeah.
Hopefully they've learnt a bit from them first 2 heats going into this consolation, and they can put that to practice in this consolation and try and get through. One thing about Thunder is it's very warm, isn't it? I'm absolutely boiling here. I don't really want to open the window of it, thunder and lightning outside.
Don't worry. I'm sure you won't get electrocuted. It's fine.
We have all the correct surge protectors and everything in the house, but yeah. So drivers starting to come in now for this consolation. I'm beginning to think some of them possibly have loaded up and gone home already. Maybe some of them aren't feeling like this is the track for them.
Possibly. Is it? Is this going to be it? Is Grant Leather not making another appearance? Maybe are they had enough? Do you think?
Well, Grant Lever was certainly one of them. I did send him the invite, but there wasn't much action at his truck, so I don't know. I don't know whether he's turning out for this one. It's looking like it could be 4 from. Well, mind you, we know Ollie Spencer's on, so hopefully he makes it into this consolation. I know Marcus and Grant both left that first race. Shadow Luke's one that's missing who finished that first race, so hopefully he will be racing this one. Luke Smith, our British champion, of course, we want to see him out, trying to add silver to his black and white roof.
Yeah, definitely. So we were nearly not going to get the European champion racing tonight, which is Mr. Bowman. Been able to make it.
Yeah, definitely.
So, there's Ollie Spencer. So a few drivers here that are looking to probably try and get through. Matt Barnard's definitely got the pace in this one. He's probably one of the drivers that you class as a favourite.
Yeah, definitely. Luke Smith is in. Put the final call out to the other couple of drivers. So if there's no sign from them, this might be it. So it could be 4 from 7.
Missing the British champion. I know he's
British champion has just arrived. Yeah, we're okay.
Yeah. You sure it's the right one? Right. Inside joke.
I'm sure that's a tale that will get told many years to come.
It's not for me to say. Anyone that knows will find that funny. So
Yeah. Stocks Kart 345 finished third in that last race.
he's probably used to joining consolations. To be fair, though.
Yeah, it's about time his looks changed slightly.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully see some good form from him. Really, he tends to have the pace. I do believe Sunrise Super. Is that allowed?
I think he's left. Oh, yeah, there is one in the Sunrise Super. We'll just message him and find out what's going on there. He's possibly trying to sneak one in. Oh no, there he goes. He's altering that. The drivers have been given a list of cars they're allowed to use for this, so that's why. Just wanted to make sure he was in the correct car because we don't want too much hassle from the other drivers who we might beat in that car, because that is a very quick car, isn't it, the Sunrise Super?
Yeah, very very quick. It's and it doesn't have a big stonking V8 in it either.
No. So we're gonna go here with the consolation. I think the other lads have had enough time to get in. So we'll see which four join the finalists. This is the worst lawnmower I've ever had, Sean. I'm going over the grass and it's not cutting it.
Well, maybe you should stick to your gate crash or something. You know we're pretty good. That's your lawnmower, isn't it? Your normal cars.
Yeah.
Well, the infield.
In light of what these lads are racing, most of them seem to race the Speedbirds, don't they?
Yeah.
I have recently been trying the Speedbirds out, and they are very good cars.
I have as well, actually. You're not the only one.
Very quick cars.
It was one of the cars. It was the first car to add in the game, believe it or not. So, fun fact for you there. How does he start? Tom Story has a really, it was one of the first cars. I remember having the game back in Beta about 5 years ago. Maybe 6 years ago.
So, Story there, first corner pulled out wide and seemed to let everyone through. What do you think the story is there? Was that deliberate?
I'm not sure. Both the white tops seem to mess up there, to be honest. Tom Story and Slick both. So, I mean, Tom Story's gone wide again on the exit. Whether he's just messing the corner up, I don't know. That's allowed Harley Spencer and Matt Barnum in second. Gillian Bullock in third, Tom Story in fourth.
Yeah, we'll jump on board with Story and see how he's getting on. A lovely turned out blue and white car. Oh, just as we say that, he goes straight through the barriers and he's now sat on his roof. So I think we'll leave him alone and try and put the commentator's curse on someone else on board with Ollie
Matt
Spencer
Barnum
now.
looking for a pass on the outside of Harley Spencer as they come out of the final turn. Down the home straight, he's looking for the inside line. Goes for the nudge, and he's managed to get through. And will Harley Spencer come back at him here on the? And he does up the inside. Barnum holds it.
We're watching a great battle here for third and fourth. Ollie Spencer did a nice job of taking Luke Smith out, then proceeded to get past Gillian Bullock on the first corner, and then proceeded to roll himself on one of the barriers on the outside of the track.
Fantastic.
So we'll join the battle for first here. It's Harley Spencer back in the lead. Matt Barnard going around the outside.
It's all to play for at the moment. Harley Spencer goes wide. And that's Matt Barnard in front now. Will Spencer be able to get the pace here? I don't think he's got the pace on Matt. He was doing well for the first few laps. Definitely managed to keep it with him, but Matt managed to get the break and off he went.
To be fair to Harley Spencer, he had to go for it at the time. He had to try and put that shot in on Matt, because once Matt gets clear, he's gone. Matt's gone
The
past
only way he was getting through
one of the back markers cleanly.
Yeah, the only way was Harley probably being able to keep his win was if he could get Matt's in the wall, but just didn't put a big enough hit on him. Probably quite a fair battle, to be fair.
Yeah, it was. We'll jump on board with Luke Smith, who currently holds 4th place, with Ollie Spencer fairly hot on his tails at this point, in 5th place. This is the battle for the last spot. We'll jump on board with Ollie as Ollie catches Luke Smith up rather, very quick, and this is going to be an interesting battle now. These two know it's between them for the final spot, and Ollie has tried to spin Luke Smith out.
And they took each other out.
They have indeed. Both of these have now been lapped by the leaders.
That's allowed Spencer to get away. And Luke Smith probably out of contention now, unless Ollie messes up. And Matt Barnard will come round for the win.
Deserved win, I think, that for Matt Barnard. He was very quick in that heat, just as I mentioned, with a bit of bad luck. Nice to see.
Comes home in 2nd.
Nice to see Gillen coming through in 3rd place as well. He's not had much luck of late in the series, and it looks like it's going to be Ollie Spencer taking 4th place.
There's your British champion Luke Smith, who's not going to qualify. It looks like a few adjustments will need to be made for the national. So
that's a bad start to his shootout series. That
definitely needs a change of plan. So as we look at the result, and Slick comes home in 6th, and Tom Story did fail to finish in that one. So just the top 4 going through, which were Matt Barnard, Harley Spencer, Gillian Bullock, and Ollie Spencer.
So results sent through to the main man. And we now need to move across to Sleeman's Lobby again, who's hosting the final. Xbox has done a big update on finding invites and messages and all that, and I'm still not used to it personally, Sean. I don't know what you're like. I'm looking all over the place for invites. I can't find them anywhere.
What's that? On the what?
On the new updates.
What? Where they messaged you?
They've changed where the invites are, haven't they, and stuff like that.
You can change it.
Oh, can you? I might have to look into that. We'll have a look at it in a second, mate. I'm just going to go and fill up my glass with water before the final.
Oh, water? What are you playing at? Right. That goes in your coolant system. Right. So as Twisty fills his radiator up, we'll get ready for the final.
We're back already. We're not far from the sink.
You filled the radiator up?
Filled the radiator up, yeah.
Good, because water goes in a radiator.
Yeah, I could have done with something else in my radiator last year, crikey. For those who don't know, I race adult minis at a local track called Wharton Raceway, and last year we went through about 4 engines, so...
oh dear.
Yeah, we could have done with a bit of coolant last year, that's for sure. Mainly for my bank account, not so much for the engines.
I know how you feel blowing engines up. It's not nice.
No.
Definitely not. It's you don't know what to do yourself sometimes. The engine blows up and you go, oh, right, okay. where do we go here? So As we enter the final, this should be a good battle here.
Have we got everyone
So,
in, or are we missing some? We
let's have a
should
look.
have 14 drivers, but by my count...
There's 14 in here, but we count, so there's 12, so we're missing 2.
Jim Slatter.
Mm.
Are we?
Yeah, we're missing Jim. And who else we're missing?
Jumbo is in now. Is it Sean Bowman?
It is Shaun Bowman.
Look at that. On it tonight, mate. Absolutely on it.
Can I make a change?
Because I'm filling my glass up with water and not beer, that.
It won't let him in, I think. That's true, yeah. So, I think someone else has probably just managed to join in, so I suspect that's probably what's happened.
Ah, he's in now.
There we go. Few of the drivers aren't keen on the track. Reading from the drivers' chat.
It's a track I like personally, and I think the reason I like this track is because a lot of other drivers don't like the track.
Yeah.
And it's I think the reason drivers don't like this track is because it's very unforgiving. You can't run wide on this track because you just end up in the air upside down on your roof a lot. So you've got to be very precise with where you're putting the car on this track. The majority now going for Speedbirds. We've just got the 3 road cutters. Although one of those was... Let's check our list. Yeah, one of those did finish 3rd in Heat 1 with Ashley Crofts, so... Road cutters won't be that far off the pace, but it's definitely looking like the Speedbird's the one that you want to be in.
Yeah, definitely the Speedbird seems to have got the pace around here. Which is surprising me because the road cutter seems to be the favourite a lot of the time. But I do believe it was Terry that got the win in I'm sure it was a Speedbird last week.
Yes.
In the Gold Roof, so definitely a car that I'll be looking into a bit more, which I have been already.
So, here they go to get themselves lined up. 20 laps around this track.
Nope, that's helpful. I just threw my phone in the bin. That's just what you want.
I can't control my lawnmower here. We're off all over the place. We might try a different view for the start of this final and see how it looks.
So, it's Sleeman. We'll start them off the lone white top. And Thomas Andrew and Whippy in 2nd and 3rd there for the yellows. And no blues, but a massive chunk of shootout drivers at the back.
Yeah, we're getting close to start time now. There they go. So we're on board with Jim at the back there. Bit of a hold up at the front. That's one of the yellow cars has been taken out. That's your Heat 1 winner, Whippy.
Thomas Andrews, that. I think it was Thomas Andrews as well, also got caught up in that.
That's not a surprise, really, is it, for Thomas? He doesn't seem to get the look.
Ollie Spencer upside down on as well, and Thomas Andrews again. Craig Thompson involved on the final corner.
Ollie Spencer taking Jim out.
Matt Barnard up into second. What's going on there?
Great
Absolutely
start for
flying.
him.
And Ashley Croft in third place. Those two are flying round. He's currently battling with Ollie Holmes going onto the home straight there. Ollie Holmes is looking for the inside line on turns 1, and he pushes him out wide, and that puts Ashley Crofts into one of the red walls, and that sends him round. That's allowed Terry Hawkins up to 4th.
Yeah, this is looking really good for this for Matt Barnard. He's in second place all by himself as well. Trying to catch Sleeman up, Sleeman is a long way out in front. Still a lot of laps to go yet, but it's a good start.
Ollie Spencer put someone out there on turn 1. I wasn't able to. It was Bowman he put out there.
Oh, Matt's been taken out. It wasn't deliberate. It was a stricken car on the track. Matt's going to be down to 3rd at least. Now down to 5th. With Whippy closing in on him first corner. Jim Slatter's managed to get past him. Did you see what happened to Terry Hawkins? He's dropped down the list.
I haven't seen. No, I didn't see that at all. Terry down in 9th place. I was unable to see that. I was following Sleeman. He was out in front. It's way out in front. It's probably a good straight lead there. Ollie Holmes gets caught up from Ollie Spencer on the back straight. Jim Slatter in 3rd place. So he's got good form going at the moment. Matt Barnard managed to make his way back up to 4th place. Ashley Croft also in 5th there.
Jump on board with Sleeman for a while. He's now caught up to 10th place. He's about to lap Stocks Kart, who doesn't look like he's got a lot left in that car. He's going to have to be very careful to survive the last 13 laps. Terry just in front of him in 8th place. On a bit of a recovery drive now, really, Terry. Sleeman, a really nice drive from him. Very steady. Doesn't seem to be putting the car out of place at all. Not lapping massively quickly, but not lapping slow either.
No, but this is what you could see. You could see the lower gauge drivers being able to get away and get a win. But as we come away nearly on the halfway mark now, he's nowhere near anybody. No, so Ollie Holmes is a good far distance behind, but he's got a lot of back markers in front of him, and that's a lot of cars that are flying all over the place. He's definitely got his work cut out to keep that lead. He seems nearly to lap Terry Hawkins.
Yeah, he seems to be just waiting till the back markers take themselves out before he passes them. I don't think he needs to pass Terry, to be honest with you. I think he just needs to keep pace with Terry, and he'll be absolutely fine. Craig Thompson cartwheeling down the second straight there. He's not had a good final.
No, definitely not. And Thomas Andrews not having a good one either. There's a few drivers that are struggling in this one. Definitely, Sleeman, as you said, he seems to be pacing Hawkins at the moment. Hawkins is just coming up to pass Ollie Spencer again as he nudges him wide up the inside line.
Jump on the battle for 4th and 5th between... so as soon as we say that, Matt Barnard loses out there. Jay Croft currently in 4th. That's Ashley Crofts. Terry now up to 5th. He's not a bad recovery drive from Terry so far.
No, definitely not at all. And we're looking, Sleeman looking to pass these two maybe. As they come together, Matt Barnard comes together with Terry Hawkins here. Will they take out the leader? He's in between Hawkins and Matt Barnard. No, he doesn't. But Terry Hawkins,
big shot from Terry.
That was a big revenge shot there on Matt Barnard, and Matt Barnard gets put out in the wall. Terry managed to get away, and Sleeman was very lucky not to get involved in that one.
Yeah, Terry meant that one. I think Sleeman read it, though. He moved out wide, didn't he, and left the space for Terry to do it.
Yeah.
Again, Jim Slatter was briefly up to second place there, but he's dropped back down to 3rd. We might jump on board with Ollie Holmes and find out what's going on there in that battle. So we see Jim a fair bit behind Oll's dude at this stage, Ollie Holmes. Liam Rose right up behind Ollie. We know what Liam's like. He wouldn't think twice about putting him in. Probably not the wisest of ideas, though, really, is it? If you're in that shootout, you don't want to be taking drivers out who aren't in the shootout. Because he might be giving more points, and that's what he's ended up doing. He's given second place to Jim Slatter there.
Terry Hawkins has gone round and he's down to 6th place now. Jim Slatter, he's lapping him now as well. That's not a good race for Terry here.
No, and I think we've lost Matt Barnard. Matt Barnard's car wrecked, as well as Sean Bowman's. Gillen's car's wrecked. Ollie's is wrecked. Thomas Andrews wrecked. There's going to be more wrecked than actually finish at this rate.
Yeah, possibly as we come on to 2 laps remain, but it's Sleeman way out in front as he's looking to pass Craig Thompson. Jim Slatter in 2nd place is way behind. Good half a lap behind.
Yeah.
And then Ollie Holmes not too far behind him. And then we also have Ashley Croft and Liam Rose in 3rd and 4th. So it looks like Sleeman, he's just trying to pace Craig Thompson. Probably
he's
not
gone
the
wide.
driver. Sleeman messes up a little bit there on turn 2 there. As he comes down to the home straight, Harley Spencer just behind him. He's got to play it carefully. Harley Spencer's putting the bumper in. But just to get past him, so Sleeman may have this one in the bag. Jim Slatter isn't far behind, so he's going to have to play it calm here as he comes around the final few corners. Down the home straight, and to take the win. And your first shootout driver home will be Jim Slatter in 2nd place for a podium finish. Ollie Holmes in another good form with a 3rd place finish. Ashley Croft coming home in 4th.
Well deserved.
We wait for the rest of the drivers. Yeah,
some of these drivers are a lap down, and some of the cars that have actually finished are getting in the way now of these cars that are still battling for places. 492 Liam Rose coming home in 5th, and Terry Hawkins taking a 6th there. We might not get many more drivers home at this rate. There's Harley coming home in 7th. Are we going to see Whippy cross the line for 8th? I'm not sure we are. Oh, we are just about. So there is your results. Craig Thompson is going to pick up a finish, but a lap down. I'm not sure how that will affect the results. The rest of them get classed as no finishes. Right, so we move on to all-comers. So I think the all-comers are going to work the same way as the heat. So those who were in Heat 1 will be in all-comers 1.
A good form there for Sleeman. Will we see him possibly take it in the National? But he will be a lap down. So it's nice to see a lower grade driver win that.
Yeah, definitely. And is that the first win he's had? Certainly the first final win.
Yeah, possibly. I can't recall him winning one off the top of my head. So let's just get ready for the next few races now. As we move on, it will be, we've got 2 10-lap all-comers and then 2 elimination races, which we will explain what they are if you haven't seen them before, because they are a fairly new idea.
Fairly new, although we did have a go at them last week, didn't we?
Yeah, they were fantastic, actually. lot better than I thought they'd be. So with 10 laps in each of these all-comers, so we just wait for the drivers to sort themselves out after the final and get themselves ready for this. So we'll just give them a few minutes here.
Yeah, I think Sleeman's having to pop out, so we'll do our best to get these to you as quickly as we can. But we're going to be working from one room now, which will make it slightly trickier. But we'll work as quickly as we possibly can.
I think Gillian Bullock has said that he's going to help out, so.
Oh, excellent.
So, which does help out. It's a shame that the final winner won't be able to take part in the rest of the meeting, though.
I think it's possibly because we offered him an interview. I think that might be why, why he's not able to carry on.
Yeah, everyone seems to run away at our interviews. Are we scary to talk to?
Oh, well, I think you are, mate. I don't know.
I've not had that many to drink. I'm only on my first one. I mean, come on. It's only early.
Well, that's true, yeah. So I think we've sent everyone an invite, so we'll just wait to see who turns up. I think there's one or two from this Heat from Heat 1 who disappeared, didn't like the track. I think that's Marcus and Grant. I'm right in thinking neither of them made it to the consolation, did they? So, as long as everyone else is in, Jumbo and Jay Croft, yeah. Shadow Luke who swapped with Ollie. Liam Rose, Harley Spencer, Ollie Holmes, Marcus we don't think is going to be in, Whippy and Story. So yeah, I think we're all here. This is good work from the drivers.
Fantastic, that's what you want.
So we'll get it readied up, give them a bit of a nudge into getting themselves ready. And Luke Smith there just doing some last minute prep on his car. You'll notice his car's coming in at A313. They should all be at A290 maximum. I don't think they have to be 290. I think they can be lower, but they can't be higher. Jim Slatter out on he wasn't a speed bird earlier on. Ignore me for a second there. I thought it was a speed demon he was in. Just give Luke a second to sort his car without putting him under too much pressure. So just having a message through, so the cars should be between 230 and 290. So sometimes having the cars at 290 might not be the best of ideas, you know, too much power and all that. And looking at some of the drivers tonight, I think they've definitely they've been giving it too much right foot coming out of some of the corners. Which, I mean, I suppose you kind of expect, but...
Yeah, I mean, as we've seen previously, I think when they raced at Rockfield Rough Spot, we've seen Ollie Holmes get a really good win, some good places there, and that was in a B class Star Beast. So obviously underpowered. So possibly less power is more. I mean, you don't have to have all the power that they tell you can have. If you can have less, I mean, sometimes less is more.
Yeah, definitely. We're seeing Oll's dude starting in the shootout positions here. That's interesting. He's not a shootout driver.
No.
So interesting.
Don't believe he is.
See him there with them. I think he's certainly fast enough to be with them. Definitely. And Jim has already made his way through most of them, although he has just been tapped there by Ollie Holmes. And now Jim's got tangled with Shadow Luke. That's Luke Smith. Ollie Holmes through into third place. The two at the front, Story and Whippy, have got a nice lead. We'll jump on board with one of them now and see how they're getting on. Cracking little battle this for first place. Whippy going down the inside of Story.
Story getting a little bit tail happy, and that's allowed Whippy to just get away there. Story still hasn't regained himself, and Ollie Holmes just dumps him out onto the inside there. Luke Smith has gone out wide on that, so Craig Thompson has had enough and gone.
Yeah, Jim Slatter through into fourth place, chasing down Ashley Cross. This is reminiscent of Heat 1, of course, in which they finished third and fourth. We'll see, though, if Jim can catch Ashley Cross in this one. Very colourful car on Ashley Croft. Been very impressed with Ollie Holmes since he came into this formula. It's a shame he didn't make it to the start of the season. I think he'd have been well up there challenging these guys for the points titles and for the championship titles. We'll jump on board with some of these now and see how it looks from up close. Drivers have just got spread out a bit here. There's not much in the way of action going on the track. Some of these bigger tracks, that does tend to happen, although Jim is now trying to pass Ashley. Ashley's putting up a fight, he's not letting him past easily. This is Ashley's chance to come back at Jim here before he gets too far ahead.
Whippy's messed up on the home straight there, he goes ends over end, so Ollie Holmes may come through here. And he does on the first corner. Whippy, he's got an all to play for here. He can still come back and take the win here. Yeah, this could be Jim Slasher and Ashley Croft's chance to shine if them two each other's too much here as they go on to lap 9.
Yeah, we're sat on board with Ashley. We can see the leaders up ahead battling.
Oh, I think Ollie Holmes got caught in one of our lawnmowers.
Yeah, I don't know how that's ended up on the track. Possibly when Whippy went end over
I believe it's yours.
Well, it would be mine, yeah. That's the self-drive app I had installed on it. Playing.
So Whippy may have this one.
Ashley Cross has gone in for a shot on Jim. Takes third place.
Ollie Holmes will be looking for a last bender here as they go into the final 2 corners. They come around the last corner. Whippy's right in front of Ollie Holmes looking for the inside line. It's Whippy's got the run as he comes on the outside, and Whippy takes the win there for a good win for him in the National. Ollie Holmes in second place. Here comes Ashley Croft for third, who did a fantastic lunge on the first corner from on Jim Slatter. Harley Spencer coming home in 5th place. Liam Rose in 6th, and finishing out the race there will be Luke Smith. I do believe Tom Story quit out.
Yes, and to be fair to Ashley Cross, he had to go for that. They are battling in the shootout, so they had to go for it. Don't blame him at all, and it was a well-timed move. Right, so again, I think we're going to move across to Gillen's lobby now, which hopefully should be set up and ready to go. A lot of jumping about tonight, but I think it is saving time somewhat. Here's me not being able to find the lobby, but then I've typed the wrong name in, so...
Should be able to search it in the server browser.
You can. Might have to do that, because it's not allowing me to join.
If I find it, I'll send you an invite. I can't find it myself.
That's always my issue with it, to be fair. I
found it.
Got it.
You got
heading
it?
In.
Awesome.
We're heading in.
Awesome. So, as we look for the final all-comers, There is 2 more races tonight, so don't go away just yet. We've got the elimination races, which are very quick and exciting races. We enjoyed it very much
I
last
think
week.
the way they're doing it tonight is non-shootout drivers, then shootout drivers, and I think the shootout drivers is going to be a very hotly contested race. I think the non-qualifiers will be hotly contested, but the shootout.
I mean, you've got like Sleeman in there. Well, actually, no, Sleeman not being there because he's not here, which is a shame because one of the drivers that will be interesting. I mean, Ollie Holmes will be in that one. So,
yes,
as will Whippy.
So we're in now. We'll just check we've got the correct drivers in. It's looking good so far. So Sleeman's possibly not making it. So I think it's just Slick we're missing. And Slick has also seemingly disappeared. We will send him an invite just in case he is about. I think a lot of these drivers aren't keen on this track. I think that's what's happening.
So I'm not surprised, to be honest. So.
We'll just send Adam a message, see whether he's about. Adam Barrett. I'm guessing possibly not. Sleeman confirming he's not going to be able to get back. That's a shame. He's been going well tonight. It would have been good to see him in this all-comers, mixing it up a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, he's just put 4 all-comers. He might get back for the elimination race. Just leaving it a bit tempting there. He might get back for the elimination.
No, I think that means. Oh right. Oh, he won't be back for all comers when it. Oh, right,
no,
okay.
that's the way I've read it. I mean, I might be wrong.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how we get on in this one. Still a few quick drivers in this one. So I do believe everyone is a shootout driver, bar Thomas Andrews. In this one.
Yeah, I think you could be right. Might be a lawnmower on the inside of the track this time and hope it doesn't end up on the track.
You're going to remember to put the handbrake on this time.
I've put the handbrake on. We're currently watching you try and leave the arena.
Oh, no. Mine's just reset. Oh my god!
One of the drivers taking the opportunity to go straight for you.
This isn't going well at all. I keep rolling over.
So we'll jump on board Shaun Bowman at the start of this one. He seems to have been going well at the start of races, Shaun Bowman, but not towards the end of the races. So drivers get ready for the clutch start. There's a little bit of movement on the away.
Thomas Andrews probably wanted a bit more gap here in this one, but he's not getting it.
There he goes, he's off.
So, and there he goes, put in the wall. Bad luck as usual, and Thomas Andrews down in 7th. So Ollie Spencer gets the lead with Gillian Bullock there, and managed to get the lead there. That's Craig Thompson went out wide there. Matt Barnard in 2nd place. There's a good battle here for 2nd. Ollie Spencer looking for a hit possibly, and Craig Thompson trying to tickle Ollie Spencer there, but just misses out, going a bit wide, losing a lot of time there. Ollie Spencer trying to get a good run on Matt Barnard. Matt Barnard also trying to reel in it. Gillian Bullock. This is a fantastic race here. Oh, and Ollie Spencer's messed up there as he goes over the red barriers.
Yeah, that's dropped
so
him right down to 6th. Or 5th, actually. No, back to 6th. Battling with Sean Bowman there.
Terry Hawkins there in 3rd place. Your gold roof driver is took out Craig Thompson. Craig Thompson goes over one of the red barriers. He's gone over a few times there.
Matt Barnard trying to catch Gillen up, but he's trying too hard. Gillen's driving a very nice race out front. Very steady. Not going over the top with the speed. Just keeping the car in the middle of the track, which is very important round here. Terry is catching very slightly in 3rd.
Yeah, it's Gillian Bullock out in front of the moment. Matt Barnard just not being able to pull it in. Terry Hawkins trying to reel in 2nd place there. But Bowman in 4th there. As they go down the home straight there. Do you believe the laps are wrong in this one?
Yes, they are. Well, what we will have to do. Well,
Possibly.
I think we just let them race. I think we just let them race, and they can sort it out between themselves.
Yeah.
They all started in the same place, didn't they? So I don't think it's going to give any of them an advantage having more laps.
No, Bowman's through to 2nd place there.
That was a nice move from Bowman.
Going well from him. Matt Barnard in 3rd place, looking to try and regain that 2nd place back. Gillian Bullock flying out in front there. So Terry Hawkins.
Oh, Ollie Spencer's taking Gillen out. Sean Bowman through into first
Bowman
place.
Through. And Terry Hawkins looking to move Matt Barnard out the way as he tickles his rear bumper as they come down the final corner. He's going to be able to get a hit on him. They're close to Sean Bowman as well. Here comes Matt Barnard, pushing Bowman wide. Terry Hawkins, and that's Bowman in the wall.
Bowman gone. The Grand National King is out. So, well, not out, but he's a long way back at this stage.
Yeah, that's Barnard out in front now with Terry Hawkins hot on his heels. So Terry and Matt Barnard clipping one of the red barriers, managed to keep it together here. Terry Hawkins looking for the move. He's looking up the inside as he clips his rear corner. He's looking to spin him, and he has managed to hold it. That's Terry Loud. Terry up the inside though. Matt Barnard possibly doesn't have the pace to keep with him. I think Terry may have this one now as he starts to pull away. So, Barnard is trying his best to keep with him, but I think he's just trying too hard. So,
yeah, he's got a few laps to get back at him yet if he wants to. We'll just have a quick check of the lap times. Terry is indeed the fastest man on the track, so Matt's going for it now, and that looks like it could have worked for him. They both ended up in the wall, but Matt's managed to get going first, but he's not got a big gap between him and Terry.
No. Here comes Terry. Is Terry going to come back with a revenge? I suspect he will.
Yeah, he doesn't want to go back past him clean now, does he? Because it's only going to end up in tears.
No, definitely not.
Look who's in 3rd place there, catching these two back up. Sean Bowman. We know he likes a Grand National.
Bowman is looking at trying to pounce here, hoping that these two will come together, which they already have done.
Yeah, this could be the chance for Terry. No, he's not gone in this lap. Every lap, Matt will be wondering when it's going to come. He knows it's going to come at some point.
So Terry looking for an inside line there. He's not been able to do it. Matt Barnard. Terry Hawkins does seem to be just pacing him at the moment. I don't think he's got the pace to do it at the moment. Terry has lost a bit of ground there, went for a hit on Matt, and it's not gone the way he wanted. And Matt has gained a little bit of breathing space, but here is Ollie Spencer, who took him out before. Will we see it again? I don't think he's going to go past him cleanly this time as he goes up the inside line. I think he's managed to get through. And he has Ollie Spencer now in the way of Terry. I think, and he's allowed Terry through. The few back markers might get involved here and cause an issue in this one.
Yeah, Matt's managed to pull a bit of a gap on Terry here, and Ollie's taken Terry straight, not even into the fence. He ended up in the field there. What a shot that was.
So, Bowman, that's allowed Bowman up to second now. Gillian Bullock is in front of Matt Barnard. We may see then get involved. Matt Barnard managed to get past Gillian Bullock.
Yeah,
as we move with 3 laps remaining in this one.
Gillen led the first 8 laps of this race, so it's strange seeing him a lap down at this stage. 2 laps remaining. Matt Barnard well in control here. It's going to take a back marker to change this result, I think. He's gone a bit wide. Oh, he's ended up on his roof. Oh, with a lap to go. We're going to try and jump on board with Sean Bowman.
And it's the Grand National King out in front there. And it's allowed Terry in second as well. So Matt Barnard threw that all the way. Thomas Andrews up to third. I didn't even know he was still in it. Don't know what happened there, and that's Mr. Bowman, a Grand National champion. He does love a Grand National. Takes the win, and he's also your European champion as well. Don't forget, Terry Hawkins, your Gold Roof champion, coming home in second. Thomas Andrews coming home in third. Craig Thompson coming home in fourth. Matt Barnard, he will be kicking himself over that one, coming home in fifth place. Gillian Bullock in sixth, and Ollie Spencer coming home in seventh place.
Yeah,
what do you make of that?
It's one of those, isn't it? I mean, at this stage in the shootout, it's possibly not going to upset him too much, but the further we get into the shootout rounds, that could be the difference between winning it and finishing 4th or 5th. So it looked like he'd done the hard work as well. He did a nice move on Terry, managed to get his gap again on Terry, and I thought he was odds on to win it. And you can't even blame it on back markers. He just went wide and hit the curbs.
Yeah, definitely. It was a bit of a shame, but that's what I did say earlier on tonight before we started this, and that was what was going to be the game changer in this one. Was those little walls. You clip one and you just send you over, which is a shame. So as we start for the elimination, so the elimination will be very interesting. So it's split into 2. So you've got non-shootout drivers in the first elimination and shootout drivers in the second. The elimination is done per laps. So the driver in the last place finish, as the first place driver crosses the start line, the last place driver will be eliminated.
That's
so
correct, yeah.
You better hope that you don't get caught up early on, otherwise you're not going to be able to fight for that position, and you end up getting taken out there very early on. I do apologise if I go a bit quiet. I'm just reading my team chat. It's getting a bit tense.
Oh, I see. Yes, I believe. You're missing a big meeting, aren't you, to commentate tonight?
Yeah, they're bringing it back. They've lost all the races, and they're bringing it back in the DDs as we speak.
Right.
So I'm currently sat here hoping they can do it.
So we're just going to invite in the drivers who are non-shootout drivers. There won't be many, so this isn't going to be a big race. If at all. So we've got Ollie Holmes in, and Sleeman's heading in. We need Story. Whip is in, that's good to see. Story, I think, has possibly gone offline.
We're just trying to get the last few drivers together here for this one. The elimination. I mean, is it worth us joining the eliminations together?
Well, providing as they can all fit in. I was trying to count earlier on how many. I'm not sure they all fit in.
No, well they're not.
There's 12. There's 12 shootout drivers.
Yeah, but they're not. Some of the shootout drivers have got, haven't they? Grant Leather's not here. He's gone. I mean, who else left? There was a couple of the drivers that didn't want to turn back up, did they? So it's decided that they'd had enough.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, well, at this stage, it's probably easier just to do it this way, and it saves any hassle then.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
So who have we not got from the shootout drivers? Who's left from? There was just Grant, I think, is left from the shootout drivers, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Right. We'll just find out if this is it for the non-shootouts. And if it is, then we might see if they want to combine them.
There's only three of them. I mean, Thomas Andrews should be in here as well, actually.
Yeah, that's true.
That's only 4. That's not enough, though, is it? This what we've lost. I think we've lost at least 2 of the shootout drivers. I think. Could be wrong, but there's definitely one. So there'd be a space for these 3. No. No.
No, I think we've just lost the one. I think we just lost Grant Leather from the shootout drivers. I think the rest are still on.
Okay.
Thomas is coming in, so we'll do these guys and then we'll
no worries.
We'll get them sorted for the shootout elimination race. It will mean it's going to be a very small elimination. I'm gonna retire up as soon as I pull off here because I don't want the game kicking me out, which it has a tendency to do, doesn't it, when you don't move?
Well, I think from last week we sit and wait for it to eliminate us, so it gives them an extra couple laps. Whether you want to do that,
true.
Before we retire out.
We could do, yeah.
I don't mind. Yeah. Well, I'm quite happy to sit there if you want to. If you want to retire
I'll let you sit there. I'll retire out. That'll give them an extra lap to sort themselves, and then it'll start eliminating them, won't it? Because it's a fairly big track.
Only a few of the lower grade. Yeah.
Hopefully they can all get round us.
There we go.
So, Ollie Holmes in first place as we speak. First place is obviously important in this race, but it's probably more important to try and not be in last place at this early stage of the race.
No.
We'll chucking on target. You can
Currently,
see the front two have a massive lead on the back two, so I think we're going to very quickly see Thomas Andrews eliminated. I don't know what's happened to Thomas Andrews and Sleeman, but they're both way back. Did they possibly get the starts wrong?
There goes Thomas Andrews. Sleeman struggling in this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened there, but it's going to be an interesting race between these two, though, for the final position.
Yeah, so that's Sleeman gone, and Ollie Holmes and Whippy are coming together. It's trying to understand. Whippy managed to get through. It's Ollie Holmes. I don't think he's going to be close enough to put a hit in at all, which is a shame.
No, he went for it and got it kind of wrong, and it's going to mean that Whippy takes this one with Ollie Holmes in second place. A very short race, that one, but quite an entertaining one at the end there. I think possibly a couple of the drivers there getting mixed up with what was going on early, which is a shame for them, but that's the way it goes. We're going to very quickly jump across to Gillen's lobby and get the elimination race number 2 on the way. This is the one that could get interesting with the shootout drivers. We think there's 11 of them still in, so we'll see how they get on if we can find the lobby. There it is. There's currently 10 of them in. So I'm heading in now.
Then there's an invite through.
Oh, sorry, mate. Yeah, I'll send you that invite now. Don't forget, guys, the action doesn't stop tonight. You'll also be able to watch the PlayStation 4 guys tomorrow night on the YouTube channel. Gold Roof on the PS4 side was Craig Kellett, so a local driver to me winning that one, which is great. And obviously he'll be going into the shootout as one of the big favourites. So yeah, get over there and give them a watch. I know our very own Jim Slatter races on the PlayStation 4 as well. I don't know whether he's made it into the shootout.
I think Gillian Bullitt does as well, actually. I didn't notice him.
Yes, I think you're right. Do you know if either of them have made it into the shootout?
I'm not sure off the top of my head. I'd have to check. I've not seen anything. That's something I will have to check. So, but I do believe anyone who did miss it last week, you know, the winner of last week's Gold Roof final from the PS4 series.
Yeah, I've just been mentioning it, mate. It was Craig Kellett.
Fantastic. I wasn't able to watch it, sadly. Was it a good race? It was
kind of a bit like ours in that Craig got a nice lead and then just sort of managed it, really. There was a lot of action from the back markers, and it looked like second place was going to catch him, but just ran out of laps to do it. So, yeah, it was a good race. It was good. It's well worth a watch on a Sunday night over on YouTube, and all the information for that is on the Facebook channel. Okay. So, I think we're just sorting some of these out. We've got a few people jumped in who shouldn't be in. Massive thank you to Gillen for running this lobby. It's not easy running lobbies and making sure that all the correct drivers are in. So you notice down there on the elimination interval, Gillen's actually set it to 30 seconds, so this is going to be slightly different. Drivers are still going to get eliminated when they're in the last place, but instead of it being every lap, it's going to be every 30 seconds. So bearing in mind drivers are lapping at 21 to 22 seconds, that's going to work out every 1 and a bit lap. Okay, I think... The H-Man's just quit for some reason. We want him back in, ideally. Just find out whether Harley's heading back in or not.
Awesome. Yeah, I thought we're missing someone then, but we're not.
Yeah, I think it. Well, Harley's left, but I don't know whether he's coming back in or not. But no, I don't think he is. So.
Oh, that's handy. We're both at the back.
Both at the back. Drivers straight from the off in this one. And putting everyone in there by the looks of it, first corner. No messing about from these guys. So we're currently looking at Jim Slatter in first place, Matt Barnard second and Gillen third. Ollie Spencer fourth, Shaun Bowman in fifth. So our co-commentator is going to get eliminated very shortly. There he goes.
There we go.
So the next one in the firing line is Craig Thompson. So we'll jump on board with Craig. Is he going to be able to get ahead of Liam Rose, who's currently in 8th place? He's got 15 seconds left to do it.
I think he might be able to do it as the guys
He's gonna
coming together a little bit, and that's
Ashley Crofts has gone.
Tore around, and I think Ashley Croft has gone in this one. I think
Craig Thompson
that's him out with
nice. Oh no, he's put himself in.
But Ashley Croft goes, but I think Craig Thompson will be saying bye in a minute, which is not good.
He's got a long way to go to catch up the next place. He's going to need someone to do a somersault or something down one of these back straights. It's not going to happen though for him.
I think Liam Rose has got this one in the bag.
But Liam Rose...
But Liam Rose is not close enough to Terry Hawkins.
No, he's got a lot to do to catch him.
At the moment in this.
Yeah. There's not really a lot you can do to try and catch anyone apart
Ollie
from
Spencer's he's stricken on the back straight. That's going to allow Liam Rose to get through. I think Ollie Spencer's now out.
Yeah, definitely.
With 8 seconds left, that's Spencer gone. Liam Rose got caught a break there, but I still think he's just prolonging it, and I think probably the next one to go is...
He's really putting the lap times in. He's done a 21.6, which is very, very quick. Oh no, it's not 6, excuse me. Jumbo's doing 20.5, so it's not quick at all.
Over a second quicker Jim Slatter's doing there.
Yeah, we're going to jump to Terry now, who's next in line once Liam Rose goes, which is inevitable at this stage. And Liam Rose has now gone, so Terry is the next man in the firing line. And he's going to have to try and catch Shaun Bowman. That's not going to be an easy task. 15 seconds left to do it, so we're looking at about a half a lap. It's not looking like it's going to happen. We jump on board with Shaun Bowman. Terry has given up the ghost. So that's him out. Gold Roof has gone. Shaun Bowman just takes a place off Gillen there. That's good timing from him. I think this is very much Jim Slatter's race, this one. I think the... Oh, Matt Barnard's lost it on the home straight. That's going to allow Sean Bowman through and Gillen through. And that's going to mean Matt Barnard is out here. There he goes.
Matt Barnard is the weakest link there. And that's Gillian Bullock. Now he's going to look to try and get past Bowman. I think Jim Slatter's got this one in the bag. But who's going to get second? And Bullock has messed up. And that is it. And I think the places are pretty much decided now as we wait. It's Gillian Bullock who's turned it round by the looks of things, possibly. No, he's had enough, and that'll be it for him.
So providing Jim
it looks
keeps
like
it
should be Jim. Jim should get the win here with 20 seconds remaining. And Bowman should get second place. A good finish for him. Some fairly good meeting for him tonight, but Jim Slatter definitely has had a good meeting tonight. He'll be happy with tonight's performance, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he probably deserves it after last week's World Final, having led it for such a long time. He's definitely going for silver, and that'll help his cause. So, Sean, first shootout meeting, how did you find that?
Tamer than I thought it would be, but I definitely think that we'll see it get more lively as things go on. So I do believe we'll probably see Grant Leather go out as he was unable to do the rest of the meeting.
Yeah, I think Grant will have
unsure
gone,
on who the other driver to be eliminated will be, but we will find out.
Going to be a close one
enough.
looking at my results. I think possibly Gillen and Ollie Spencer, Craig Thompson, they're all in precarious positions.
Depends on their points they came in with. Because obviously each driver, depending on where they started in, where they were in the national points, they all got points given to them to start off with. So you're given a bit of a head start. So we're probably looking like one of the drivers further down that were just about scraped in. We may see them go, which is a shame.
Yeah, I think when the results get announced tomorrow, it's going to be very interesting. Looking up at the pointy end, though, I think Jim's had a good meeting. Terry's not had a bad meeting. I think Ashley Crofts has had a decent meeting, if I'm not wrong. He's had a fourth in the final and a third in Heat 1. So, and a third in the all-comers as well, so that's going to put him well up the points.
Yeah, definitely Bowman had a good meeting as well tonight.
Yeah, winning the Grand National. Right, well, I think we'll call that a night for tonight, and obviously we'll find out soon what the next track will be. Hopefully it'll be a track with a bit more action on it, get these drivers a bit closer together and fighting it out a little bit more. And we'll see you all next week at probably 8:30 next Saturday.
Fantastic. Look forward to that. Speak to you all then.
Looking for something that haunts me all night. I've been staying up.